So this is a crossing that I wanted to fix for a long time. Got this ditch that cuts up through here. It's draining down through here, and coming through here with the tractor, you'll get kind of tipped to the right, and then your axle starts twisting the other way, and I need to get some material up on the other side and fix the road. So I'm gonna cut this down just a little bit. I've got some 6-inch Schedule 40 that was left over from a job, or that I pulled out of a job, and I saved it. And this one still has a coupler on it. I'll salvage another small piece because I'm going to make it, you know, with the way that this transitions and then goes into that road, I need it to be pretty wide. So I'm going to get that fixed up, and then I need to do several other little drains through here just to keep the water from pooling up in here. I keep putting material in here to fix this road, and then it's kind of damming up the water. So right next to this pine tree, I need to cut a trench through here. I think I'm just going to use a piece of the cheap 4-inch corrugated right here. Fix that up. And then up here I dug the muck out of here just so it was a little easier to drive through. But the same thing right here. I need to dig a trench through here and put a piece of 4-inch. And then there's actually another one right up on the other side there. So I don't know if I'll be able to get to that today, but at least this is the beginning of what I need to do over here. This is kind of a wet area over here. I don't know, it's just the dirt, I guess, why the water lays in there. I was thinking about maybe cutting a ditch across here at an angle to kind of intersect that water that's coming in here, but I need to do the road first, and kind of a busy time of year right now. We've got a bunch of other projects going on, so I'm just gonna fix up the road. And I think I'm going to try to scrounge up some clay, put around the pipe, and then I've got some like a crusher run gravel that I can put over top of it. But I think right here I can dig some of this bank back and be able to get some clay out of there. So get you guys set up here and try to dig this out just a little bit. Try to get the grade set and get the pipe in. Thanks for watching Dirt Grease Outdoor Peace. Thanks for clicking on the video. Appreciate y'all being here. That one came out nice. That gravel that I put on there, it's kind of like, I guess it would be like 2A limestone. It's like 1 inch crushed stone down to dust, and when it sets up after it packs in, it's like concrete, but it's just it's a little bit wet right now. It's gonna take a little bit for that to pack in, but once that we'll use that a little bit, let it pack in, dry out. I'll see if it needs touched up a little bit, but I'm really happy with how that came out. Could use a little bit more grade it off with a bucket a little bit more, but it's gonna move and shift around a little bit, so I can just kind of finish that up after. That actually didn't take very long at all. I don't know if I had an hour in that. So I think I'm gonna come up here and this pine tree is not in very good shape anyways, but I'm gonna come away from it a little bit and dig a ditch and get a piece of that cheaper 4-inch perforated, and might as well get this one in here too. that one roughed in. And of course that pipe sometimes, and that pipe is in a coil. It's hard to get it to lay flat, and today is, I think it's only like 50 some today, and that pipe's cold. So I had to get creative with holding it down with some chunks of concrete. I just took them out of there. There was a big, you can see in the beginning, there was a big puddle right there. And yeah, so that's nice. This one I didn't mess around with putting clay on it. I just filled it with the pressure run there. But I made this swale up through here, and it wasn't as wet as I thought. It's actually, well, I think this big maple tree right here is pulling a lot of moisture out of there. But up here I hit it was like a little mole tunnel or something underground, and that's where that water came from. And then up here in the opening, it was real soft. It's real soft up in there, so at least it'll give the water a place to trickle out of there and then settle down through here and be able to get on the other side of the road. So pretty happy with that. Probably bring some more gravel down and build that up a little more. Underneath the tractor needs a little bit more gravel. And this needs just a little gravel right there. Next time I have a chance to come out here, I can come up through here with the excavator and do the same thing. Dig a nice big swale, clean that out, and that'll help drain this opening up here. That's always really wet up there. That'll let that water get through there and not dam up as I build up this part of the road. On this side, it's hard to see on the camera, but it's low right here, and then it comes up right here. So I'm gonna have to, once I get probably when I'm doing the swale and digging the ditch for the pipe, I'm gonna have to dig a trench out that way for the water to go. Well, would you look at that? Just look at it. Unbelievable. Hey everybody, welcome back to Dirt Grease Outdoor Peace. It's been a while. I just wanted to make a short little video here today and finish up a project that I've been waiting on for quite a while. But also the other thing I wanted to show you is, after having this tractor for 17 years, I finally got the upgrade that I wanted. I got a hydraulic top and tilt with the remotes. You got the two little levers in there. Not only is this going to be handy for using the attachments on the back, I brought home my 6-foot land plane. Not only is it going to be handy for the attachments on the back, but as far as I know, I can unhook one of those cylinders and hook up a line to our 1.5 ton off-road dump trailer, and then be able to hydraulically dump it from the tractor here. Right now, when we use it, it has a hand-operated pump on the front, and you have to pump it by hand to dump it, which firewood and stuff isn't bad, but once in a while we use it for moving gravel or stone, which I do need to get some material way down back at some point, so hopefully next year I'll be able to use that. I do have a quick hitch too, and I was trying to put that on, but I'm running into interference. It's a real cheap quick hitch, and it's hitting on here. It was hitting on a similar place on the brush hog there too. So I don't know if I'm gonna modify that, or maybe next year just get a better quick hitch. I've always wanted to run one of those too, and I've had this thing sitting around for like 3 or 4 years now and never used it. So I got a quote for this top and tilt, and so I ended up taking it to the dealer. The other thing I wanted to do was, when I originally bought this tractor, they loaded the rear tires and they put tubes in the wheels, but it had calcium in it. And I've had a couple issues over the years where the valve stems will get really rusty, and I'm even afraid to touch them because the guts will rot out and then that stuff will just puke out. So while it was down there, I had them take that out. They put new tubes in it, and they put beet juice in it, and rim guard is what they call it, but it's just beet juice. And boy, who would have thought that beet juice would have been over $6 a gallon? Unbelievable. But it's going to be worth it down the road, because now I know that those are upgraded and I'm not going to have any trouble with that. So like I said, I was going to put the quick hitch on it and back up and grab that, but I think I'm just going to hook up to that land plane for right now. And we finally got a little break in the weather, and it's actually trying to cloud up again already. It's been rainy, snowy, windy, overcast, nasty for seems like forever now. It's actually probably only been a week or so. It's actually pretty cloudy down there towards Pennsylvania. So I'm going to try to finish up this this little job that I started back in the summer. I was looking at the footage, and I don't know if I actually closed out the video, and I ended up having to do a little bit more work. So let me get this land plane hooked up, and then we'll go out in the woods and I'll show you. Oh, they put new steering boots on there too. Those were all torn up. The new ones that were on there only lasted like 5 years since the last time. I've never had this land plane on this Kubota. I was using it up at the property that I work at on the little John Deere. got a lot of movement to it. Okay, so this is the road that goes out to the field where I had a bunch of drainage issues, and it's been, like I said before, it's been really wet, nasty lately, and got a little bit of water laying there, but at least it's not built up on the side of the road here and then running across the road. So the pipes have been working good. The gravel is still pretty solid, nice and packed in, nice and hard. Nothing ponded up on this side. The ditch on this side could probably use a little bit more work. Could take a look at that in the spring, try to get that water to flow out of there a little better, but it's not dammed up on this side. The pipe is working pretty good. There's nothing pooled up in there. I put some gravel on this part. This was just a real bony, oversized stone. I put some gravel on it to smooth it out. And then one of the last things I did up here was, I had never done anything up here besides take the topsoil off. So I just kind of scraped that off with the excavator and gave the water a place to go. Next year I'll put a bunch more gravel in here, and then I'll probably put a piece of pipe in across right here and continue this little swale or ditch down to here. And the same on the other side. I'll dig that down and let the water drain down to this low point. I don't know if I'll be able to get to it next year, but hopefully sometime soon I have an idea for some drainage out here in the field. This upper part holds the water real bad. I need to fix that. I got some maple logs that I gotta get there too. But we can finish up this section here. I want to show you what I did here down at the end. I was real busy at work. I got a I was building a building pad for a pole barn at the back house where I work at that property. So I had to clear a bunch of trees, and I thought it was going to go a little better than what it was, but it ended up being that this higher part that looked like it was decent ground was actually just fill on top of all the organic crap that was in the bottom and the topsoil and stumps and all that. So I had to take all that dirt out of there, dig it right down to good clay, and then we hauled in 25 20-ton loads of crusher run. My cousin helped me with that. My cousin is going to build the pole barn, and he brought up his excavator and skid steer, so we worked on that. And then I used his excavator to do all the tree work and dig out the stumps, and so I was up there a lot. And then I just finished up the drainage up there, and between that and a lot of other projects and hunting season, any spare time when it's decent, I'm hunting now. And so I got out of the video mode, and I just been doing a bunch of other projects, so hoping to get some decent footage here today and get this wrapped up so I can get this video together for you. And then as hunting season is still in full swing, but getting to the point now where there might be a good spell here after this. We're supposed to get a snowstorm around Thanksgiving, I don't know about a snowstorm, but we're supposed to get a bunch of snow around Thanksgiving. And so we'll see. There should be a little bit of a rut that flares up again here the end of the month. So we'll see how that goes, and then after that it'll probably just be afternoon hunting. So yeah, we should be able to get back onto some projects and start cranking out some videos again. So I'll show you what happened here. I did mention it in the earlier footage where this road comes up and goes across the road where my tractor is. I didn't have very much pipe here, and I thought that we could swing that corner if we had to. My dad asked me if I could put a piece of pipe in there, so I added on 7.5 feet, and I probably could have added even more than that, but I'm just going to use that for now, and we should be able to make it work. If I got to add a little bit more on there, I can, but I just dug this down to clay. And so I'm going to put this pressure run in there and kind of blend this out a little bit, but this will wrap up this road project here for now. Yeah, I think the other thing we can do is clean up just a lot of little saplings and stuff here. We can clean this up. I do want to mark, there's a little white oak tree right there. So I want to mark that little white oak, put a post in there, and then I can clean up all this other stuff. And then we can kind of swing around this corner a little more. But yeah, that's gonna have to do it for right now. It's just, it's wet, everything's getting muddy, but at least I got some gravel in there to get this finished up for the most part. And so that's gonna do it for this one. Appreciate everybody watching. If you would do me a favor, hit the like button, click subscribe to watch more of my content when it comes out, and we'll see you on the next one. Thank you very much.